Official, but I especially want to thank two people that have been mentors of mine, who I had a chance to connect with both of them today. And that's, of course, our U.S. Senator Kamala Harris and our Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom. I want to thank them, and of course the members of the City Council. And I want to just say a few brief things. The first is, it's, as we know, a special day in any city, which is Election Day. And I want to say that the last 4 years have been challenging, but just incredibly rewarding and amazing. I feel, and Matt knows this every day, that I wake up every morning and I love going to work. And I love Long Beach so much that this is the greatest honor I will ever have in my life, is to represent all of you and to work hard for all of you. There is no better city in America than Long Beach.
Yes.
No better city in America.
Yes.
And I'm just incredibly grateful for the support, not just from the institutional support that I've had from folks within the Democratic Party or within the business or labor community, but most importantly from neighbors that just every day at the door have been so supportive of what we're trying to do. I also want to say that I'm proud of the last 4 years. I'm really proud of the last 4 years. Unemployment is at the lowest it's ever been in the history of the city. Our homicide rate is the lowest it's ever been in the history of the city. Over 5,000 private and public sector jobs have been created in the last 4 years. We have, as you probably are all aware, some of the best investment happening when it comes to streets and sidewalks that we've ever had. We are spending more to rebuild our streets and sidewalks in our community than we have in the last 50 years in the city of Long Beach, and we couldn't be more proud of that work. We're also proud of the other work that's happening, whether it's protecting our environment and building a more sustainable port and a more sustainable community, whether it's expanding our services in our libraries, or actually hiring more police and firefighters instead of what had been happening in the past, which is actually cutting our cops and firefighters. We've hired more police and firefighters. We have dropped the paramedic response time across the city. And as we all know, our education system is stronger than ever, thanks to incredible folks at our community college system, at Long Beach Unified, under the school board president, Megan Kerr, my good friend is here somewhere, and so much other work that is happening. And this could not be possible, by the way, if it wasn't, and I have to thank them. I have learned to love the 6,000 plus city employees that work hard every single day for all of you and for me.
Yes.
The women and men that put on the uniform, whether it's a fire uniform or police uniform, the librarians in our libraries, the park workers that are taking care of our kids, the women that are working hard to clean our offices every single night while we enjoy our families, the hard-working public works officers that are cleaning gutters and fixing our streets. These men and women that I'm honored and proud to lead and represent, some of which are here tonight, I just want to thank you every day for waking up and making Long Beach a better place. Give them a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow.
And most importantly, of course, I just want to thank all of you. People ask me, how's Long Beach doing? And I always say, I think things are going pretty well. I think things are going really well. And the reason why things are going well is because I believe in the power of optimism and hope. And when people are feeling good about their city, people view and believe that things are happening in the city. This city has more construction happening right now than it's had in decades. There's over $6 billion of investment happening in building more housing, in building more infrastructure, and building our community. But we know we also have great and big challenges. And so as we celebrate tonight, I also want to just remind us that we have real challenges ahead in this next term. And there is no larger challenge, we all know, than addressing the issues around homelessness and ensuring that as a community we come together to assist those people in our community that need the most help. The truth is that we as a city and a state have failed our homeless community. We have failed the men, women, and families that are sleeping on the street every single night. And every single person here at this party and across the city, we all share some responsibility in that. And so I hope that we redouble our efforts to ensure that every single person that currently is on our street has access to a home. And you can be assured that at the very top of my agenda, especially next week when we roll out a very exciting initiative on this topic, that eliminating homelessness will be at the top of the agenda over the course of these next 4 years. And tied into the issue of homelessness, of course, is the issue of housing. We got to ensure that people have access to housing in our community. Whether it's a senior who's having a hard time paying the rent, or whether it's a student looking for their very first apartment, or whether it's a recent graduate from our university or community college that can't afford to buy that first home. There's a lot of conversation on this issue up and down the state, but I know that coming to the table as a community, we can work hard to address this issue in the next 4 years as well. And so you're going to hear a lot about how we can build and ensure that we create a Long Beach and housing for everyone in our community. And finally, let me just say that as we talk about what's important in Long Beach, and we've talked about it, we have moved the city into the 21st century. Sometimes kicking and screaming, but we've moved the city into the 21st century. We have improved and managed technology. We have launched new initiatives of all types, whether it's sustainable initiatives around technology. But I really hope that as a body and as a government, that we also, over the next few years, get back to basics and the basics of governing. And so the questions that I'm going to be asking myself every single day are our neighborhoods safe? Do people feel like their community is clean and blight-free? How do people feel about their government services? Are we making our city a healthy place to raise a family? Are our budget reserves strong enough for the future or for a future rainy day? Those basic questions around how we govern are what's going to guide me every single day. And so I'm excited about these next 4 years. I'm excited to have your support. Every single one of you, please don't head out until I personally thank you and give you a hug or a kiss and thank you for your incredible support of me. I love you all. And so tonight, I want to, as we close, I do want to think it's important. I want to thank my opponent. It's difficult and hard to do this, and I want to thank Mr. Khan for stepping up. Like, it's hard to step up, and I look forward to working with him and sitting down with him in the future and hearing his worldview and his point of view. And I look forward to his supporters as well being a part of all the solutions that we have here in the city of Long Beach. And so thank you. So thank you all very much for being here tonight. There's a million people I want to thank personally, but go Long Beach. To all my staff out there, I love you for running the ship every single day. And the party's just getting started, so let's have fun. Go Long Beach. Thank you very much.